Yo, what's up, guys? It is December 18th. It is a week before Christmas. Figured I'd come in and give you guys another video. It's been a week or two before since I posted. I was gonna go over what it's like to be an entrepreneur. It's not easy. If you're out there with a side hustle or if you're doing something like it's hard. You know. I'm gonna circle back. I don't really have any blueprint for this. I'm just kind of winging it, but don't give up. I mean, that's like, everybody says that, right? Don't give up, right? But it's so much harder than that. Like you really have to have somewhat of a mission. The plan is always changing. There's always new systems that you're implicating. But there's a lot of hard thoughts that go into it. Like, the problem with being an entrepreneur is it's not like working for Walmart where you clock in at 9 o'clock and you leave at 5 o'clock. When you leave, it's not your problem anymore. Like, when you're an entrepreneur, if there's a problem, it's your problem. And you have to figure it out and you have to solve it. And sometimes there's not people there that you can ask questions and you can get feedback. Like, am I doing the right thing? There's a lot that goes into it. But one thing I would say is, like, a lot of the problems that I had faced was, where is the supply chain coming from? You provide a product or a service, where is it coming from? When I was in general contracting, we had 5 technicians on board. We had 20 plus subcontractors. I reported directly to the CEO. I had 2 assistants under me. It was a full-blown operation. It was a lot different. Like, there was always somebody that, if I had a question about service that was being done in the field, I would call my technician and say, yo, we got this problem with whatever the problem was. How does this thing work? Like, what are the physical mechanics so that I can explain to the client why we need $800 to get this job done? And he would explain it to me and put it in words where I would be able to push it back to him. But like, if you don't have the knowledge, like, when you got your skilled technicians out there and you can't afford to pay these guys and have a whole payroll system, and these are the guys doing the work, like, if not, it's going to fall on you. So, like, if you don't have these resources, so, like, in that instance, like, if you don't have these resources, like, if the client calls you for something, are you going to be able to provide the service? And are you going to be able to put it in terms for them to understand, to give you money in exchange? Because that's why we're here. It's business. One thing that I've really struggled with after my general contracting journey, I started a woodshop business, and I really did underestimate the amount of work that it was going to take, let alone systems and how to market, and just everything that goes into running a business, making sure that I'm tracking all of my materials for my accountant, and tracking my own books, and how to make an advertisement on Facebook, and how to use SEO on Etsy, and those are things that are that are going to slow you down. And then trying to, I would spend 2 hours at least every morning just doing, like, just office research of some sort, like trying to tweak the website, trying to do this, trying to do that. And then on top of that, I was working 8 to 10 hours a day, making projects. I think I had like 200 orders over the span of a year while working a separate job. So it was hard. I was making like part-time money with like my actual job, and then I was trying to keep the cash flow rolling to make new projects. And like, to get to the point though, like, it takes 8 hours to make a set of cornhole boards, and you can sell a set of cornhole boards maybe for $300, if you really market them well, maybe $350, but you have $150-$200 of materials. So like, you just spent your whole day to make $100. Like, and that, it doesn't include, like, I don't know, and what's your sense of like success? Like $100 a day, it's not really that much, especially for all, then you got to pack them and ship them, and You got to pay for shipping as well. Like that's coming out of that too, you know. The supply chain for the wood shop was really hard to manage, and then the cash flow as well. You know, you get 10 orders in one day, and you got to spend $150 on one set of cornhole board. You know, you could be $500 at that, $500 to $1,000 in the hole just for materials. You know, do you have the cash flow? Like, you know, you could do a system where they pay up front, but like, you know, for Etsy, they hold your payments for, I think it's like 2 weeks to a month, give or take, you know. So you're sitting on a lot of debt, you know. If you're not a large scale operation, it's not easy. Even now with the rentals, like, you know, obviously Weber's Party Rentals. This is I run a party rental company, and I just have all these ideas, but like, I need $30,000 to like do what I want to do next. Because, you know, 100 chairs cost, you know, what, $1,700. So, like, do you have that to put forward? You know, I've been just reinvesting all of the money that I make from it. You know, we're up to a good amount of inventory, and we're ready to start the summer. I know it's December, but I'm thinking about what's going to happen in the summertime, and I have some notes taken down, and what I'm going to be investing in. Like the cocktail tables, they're really popular. I'm going to be getting some of those. Some circle round tables. That's probably the number 1, number 2, number 3 requested item that I don't have, that I get asked for all the time. Is that lighting better? Nope. That is what it is. But yeah, you know, just being an entrepreneur is hard, you know. It's, you know, my next winter project that I'm going to be working on is the website. That's going to be, I'm going to see if I can get that up, you know, maybe over the next month. I'm going to see if I can invest in it over the next week or two. Just at least get it started and get it online. But, you know, it's going to be a month or two before I get everything situated. You got to mess with it and get your photos ready and everything uploaded and make it look pretty for customers and make it, you know, create the brand. That's one thing that I've been doing a lot of research on, is like creating the brand. Like your $30,000 Louis bag is no different than a bag from Walmart. How do we create the service that the client wants to spend the most money? That's going to be a focus for sure. But yeah, I mean, you know, like when you're an entrepreneur, it's not anything that, like, it's glamorizing when people are like, oh, you have your own company, but it's like, dude, it is like, there's so much effort that goes into it. I've been really enjoying the downtime throughout the winter, but it's still, you know, come summertime, I'm working basically full time at my job now, and then we're going to be putting in an extra 15 hours, you know, 10 to 15 hours on the weekends. So that's a lot of work. And who's going to do it all? It's up to you. You're the only, you know, until you have a team up and operational and you have systems in place and you can, but that's the goal though, you know, like until you can pay these people to do the work for you, you know, you give them money for exchange. But I don't know. I think it's doable though. It's really doable. If you find the right process where you can get a product or a service that is reproducible, you have to be able to reproduce it. I would say that's like before you start it and you go crazy with it, like make sure that you can make money doing it. Even if you do a test run, if you're selling t-shirts, like get a couple t-shirts and make sure that you can sell them before you invest all this money and all this equipment and just all your materials and I mean, t-shirts is a weird example, but you know, make sure that you can sell t-shirts before you sell t-shirts. You know, that's why I really like the rental business, because it's like you know, a couple Facebook ads and then some Facebook marketplace. I'm going to be looking into Google ads. Like, I've shown that I can make money I won't project numbers a lot, especially as we grow, but starting out in the first, I don't know, what is that? So I started in July, beginning of July, August, September, October, November, December, 6 months. November and December have been very slow, except for Thanksgiving and Christmas together. I think it was like $500 in sales. But especially with July and August, we did $5,200 in sales the first 6 months. So we're going to double down on that. And that was also a restriction of inventory. I worked with what I had. I went out, I bought some chairs, bought some tables, bought some yard games, bought some canopy tents. So we're going to be like hopefully quadrupling that. It started with $200. It's like a 2,700% increase on sales, 200 to 5,200, whatever the numbers are. I made that number up, but it's somewhere around there. Like, so even, you know, if I could do $20,000-$30,000 in sales, that'd be a huge goal, you know. And it's, I mean, that's like equivalent to a minimum wage job, you know. What's a minimum wage job nowadays? Like 25,000 a year, which, you know, working the weekends, that's not bad. Like, you got to take the risk, you know. If you're not like going to be a tradesman or like in school or have some kind of certification, like entrepreneurial journeys are definitely a good way to go, but it is going to take a lot of work in the beginning. Also too, you're not capped, you know. You go get a job at, you know, Walmart headquarters, you're going to be capped at $50,000 a year. You won't make more than $150,000 a year. That is really big numbers, and we're talking, you know, that takes a while to build. We're talking 10, 15 years down the line, maybe, you know. You figure what, $500,000 in sales by the time you pay yourself $50,000, you know, $500,000 in sales, you give yourself $50,000 a year. And then to do that, you're going to need at least 2 to 3 people in the field. You're paying them $50,000. You're at $200,000 right there. Then you need an office person. You're paying them $30,000 to $50,000 a year. That's, you know, $250,000, $300,000. And then you didn't include materials, all your gas, and, you know, new equipment, and just mistakes that you make along the way that cost you money, insurance, and there's so many. That's like the importance of cash flow, is making sure that you have money coming in. But you know, entrepreneurship, I really do think that it could be the way. You know, my cousin, he's been running a clothing shop for, I mean, he's been selling clothes out of the basement for 10 years, and then he worked his way up. Now he's got his own storefront. You know, he seems to be doing well. I haven't talked to him about numbers, and I wouldn't really want to put it out there, but you know, he's in business, and he pays 2-3 people on payroll, you know, and he made his own way. It's, you know, and it's on your own time, your own schedule. You get to dictate the terms. That's the ultimate goal at the end. Being able to, you know, step away for 6 months and have the business operate. That is like the ultimate goal of this journey here. I want to be able to quit my job and not look back. You know, don't we all, right? But you know, it's a huge risk. It's a huge risk, and it's something that you have to be willing to just do. You just have to go. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to drop in, spit some words, give you guys give you a little push. If you had an idea, start an Etsy page. I think it's free to start Etsy. They take commission, but figure out something you can make and just sell it on Etsy. See if you can make money doing it. Put an ad on Facebook Marketplace. Hey, I cut lawns. You know, see if anybody calls you. See if you can make some money off it. Borrow your neighbor's lawnmower and go cut some lawns. You know, $200 to cut a lawn. Nah, it wouldn't be that much. I'm lying, but you know, you work a 10-hour day, you can make $500. So that is my spiel for you guys. I don't know how this video will sound when we play it back, but I hope you enjoy it. If you like videos like this, I'll be posting some more videos. I'll always give you my honest thoughts, spit it raw. You know, we didn't rehearse this. This is just straight from the top. If you have any video ideas or want my feedback on anything, let me know. We're going to cover some more rental stuff in the future, especially as we get the website up, we get some new inventory coming in. It's going to be, you know, I'm learning with you guys. So if you like this kind of stuff, drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.